Hi, my name is Joel Cardenas, and today I'm going to inform you on how to spot fake news. So, in today's age of misinformation, it's very important to be able to distinguish between fake news and accurate reporting. So, for example, during the last presidential election, more than 60% of adults used social media for their news reports. That's according to the Pew Research Center. And also, more fake news was shared on social media than accurate news, according to BuzzFeed. Now, being able to spot the fake news leads to more informed adults as well as more informed voters. So, spotting the fake news, it begins with 3 questions. How does it look? What is it saying? And who is saying it? So the first question, how does it look? The first thing that I look at when I open up a news media content is I look at the quality of the video or the content that's included in there to determine whether or not that content, whether or not it looks right. Because if you look at any news broadcasting station, they do have a budget. They have so the content that they have is usually better quality. Now, another thing that I look at is the logo. So if you're looking at the slides, the first picture that I presented, it's a fake website that poses as CNN. So if you look at the logo, it says CN News. That's not the name of CNN. CNN is CNN News. So that's the first hint that this is false. If you ever have doubts or something looks off just a little bit, you can Google and find the correct logo for each news broadcasting station online. Another thing is the name itself. Sometimes you'll find just a small discrepancy in the name. For example, abcnews.com.co, and even though it says abcnews.com .co, meaning that it's not the accurate website, many people just see the first part and they think it's truth. So the name itself is very important to verifying whether or not it's an actual reliable news resource. Okay. Now the second question is, what is it saying? So I included a second picture there that's an actual picture from CNN News website. And if you look at that picture, you can see a lot of differences between that one and the first one. You can see that there's no section that says strange reportings or something like that. There's no section that says that. CNN says CNN instead of CNN News. There's a credited picture on there that's accredited to somebody, and the news report itself has the names of the reporters who wrote the piece. Okay. Now, when you get into what it's saying, the question of what it's saying, what you want to do is you want to verify the information by searching online using reliable resources, the way that you would use in a research paper. The good thing is that since we are college students, we know how to do research, and we know how to find reliable resources. So you use that same process using government resources over .com resources, and once you find the information that you want to verify, you can then compare. You can compare, and the more resources you find, the better, because it allows you to find the discrepancies, and it allows you to find which reports has those discrepancies and which ones can be trusted more or less than the others. You know? Now, the third question is going to be who said it. So many news articles that are out there, or news video clips that they show, there will be a correspondent on there who is pushing out the narrative, and that correspondent has little to no experience in the field. So even though it was said on that news network, if you were to research the person saying it, they don't have any experience in the field. So it's very important that the person who you receive the information from has the credentials and the experience to give you that advice or reporting. Also, the reliability of that person. So you can easily do a Google search. You can find anything online, anything that a person has said in the past, as long as they're in the public. You can find things that they've said in the public in the past. You can find reports that they've made. If anything has been discredited from that person, any reporting that they've done in the past, you can find that, and it'll allow you to better understand whether or not that person is qualified or reliable enough for you to be receiving information from, okay? So in conclusion, the information that we consume has an impact not only on our perceptions, but on the decisions that we make. Fake news has always existed. There's always been, from the smallest rumors on up to where there's actually news organizations that focus primarily on pushing out false narratives. Fake news, like real news, will never go away. It's always going to exist. But in this age of technology, when information is so easily accessible, it's our responsibility to make sure that the content that we're consuming and sharing is truth. And that's how I spot fake news, and I hope that it helps you to better determine whether the content that you're reading or consuming is true or false. Thank you.